Now to say,
oh, Nyamia don't know.
And then I say, Enquire now, and I'm a farm brand of 11:20. Enco.
I'm going to the message by about Liverpool need Trent.
As it time I can 2 years on a contract, no. Now I say come extend it. It is a why extending now Branton. You don't blame him entirely.
And Pocono, there's some gap or information
or one, okay.
Liverpool did their club BIA to keep Trent. Even to the extent say they were ready to make him the captain of the team.
Still, Branton declined
and offer him one of the biggest salaries in English football. Also, any Liverpool fought. Those are the kind of information Liverpool fans need him.
You know, who are Branton?
And it's why Liverpool fans are pano. Omunim do club in a year to make the academy boys stay. And for Branton to insist Tinchina Mekono. And we tell them Giddy say, I want to know any and our best or just or Doyano. And I didn't like it. But it was expected and Trent knew.
I know him when you say busy.
I didn't like it at all.
See, a captain. I said, Chiao Kayo Liverpool. A Branton so become Madrid.
Yes. And Unim. And that's all here. Game, Rich. The reason why Liverpool fans were happy was not just because they've beaten Real Madrid, but they've beaten Real Madrid. Trent catcher almost say, "Oh, I am better than Omo." And bad 3, 4, 5 years in here, Omo intimi share Madrid for no, but they were able to beat Madrid at the time that Trent mum beat Omo alcohol. Me sure say. After McAllister scored, the celebration now we in Saseno, which is a celebration not 20 years, it's just a coincidence. Onye na you so no. But no matter how you take it, Rich, Liverpool fans, Papa said they got one against him.
Especially those I bet you one Conor Bradley. I'm a Vinicius Amubonibi. Yamfel.
And you came back to Anfield sitting on the bench. Abra number 8 in the position. There were a lot of conversations across the world. Liverpool fans did say Trent Betinani. The Sagan has finished well in their favor. Per annual game now on my boy. Look, before I make a courtois, I think that the reason why Minu were disappointed in Real Madrid. The way we predicted they were going to play. And now Obekaya Mekacho say Real Madrid are going to play Valverde right back, Mfifio, Chiomani, Camavinga, Jude Bellingham, Adagule. Now, so was our 5 midfielders in different roles our parking as well. What it means is that Alonso will want them to tag in and control possession. And it's not so here. Real Madrid had 61% of ball possession because there were a lot of midfielders in the game for them who could possess onto the ball. Marich, Sadi and Sawaya, the amount of attack in the air and say a narrow. You don't play expansive football. We need wingers, we need forwards. Our move be a bone. And who midfielders be brave. Now attack now get too heavy. And Emma Sawaya, Vinicius and Mbappe because they were narrow. Oman said that Van Dijk money konate mo headache, and they were able to deal with them. And after Real Madrid conceded goal, no, and now where Ora friend Xabi Alonso start say ye changes. Now or the Brahim Diaz aba, now or the Rodrigo the goals aba, now ye Adagule amone Camavinga mu film. Now to play the expansive football. Send me on comment to stretch Liverpool for, but it was too little, too late. Rich, make idea. Na ye 5% a woman see into 5, you know. Unim say there's one comment there. I want me to after maybe ye program I go back to watch it. Guy be comment say ye hwehwe to say Courtois and the best goalkeeper na Donnarumma sim bi ani ho. what I said after reading that comment, I will meet him and I say, people miss context when you are discussing in Yoma. Rich, I still hold on to that. Courtois, Obiya Mbeno.
And good that to
Me share the Ankasa. And Yem Van Dijk, at a point, he thought he was going to do what he did on 28 May 2022. When he denied Sadio Mane, Bobby Firmino, Mohamed Salah, Gigi Wijnaldum, Fabinho, and you know, man, on that day, he made 9 great saves in the Champions League final to win Real Madrid for or more Champions League. In Enra, he made 8 against them, but McAllister Header stole the show for Tima Yefeno Liverpool. Very, very good win for Liverpool with the crisis line on Richie, they needed a win with say to calm things down. Now Omo Etimia proceed, and it is good. This weekend Omobo league matches we are next week, you know, they are going for international break. It will give a some sort of breather be now Omo Etimi Ede Ahome Ekakra Ewo. It's rich for you to play 39% and still get 2.58 SGD. It means it was a Courtois show and Thibaut Courtois stood between Omo and the team you fell in Liverpool walloping them on the 9th. And you Courtois going to goalkeeper Rich or winning game man in Timo. But no, you have to same. A lot of people watch the Liverpool Madrid game and they don't even know say the Paris Saint-Germain win against team Bayern win against Paris Saint-Germain. I will pack the Princess. Yes, I bet you friend Luis Diaz ne share 2 goals. You know, but Rich, you will give me no. But no, you won the man of the match.
Second half when the PSG unkomu gu Bayern for.
So, omo the red card.
No. Pressure. Omo ejina half for. Omo bomb pressure.
Rich, 16 games, 16 wins for company. Now, I realized something. Who said, yes, I'm sure for you. Rich, yet to me, a debate say, teams never Europe, and why pan on the front trainer, a sharp. Rich, the only say Luis Diaz Hurricane front trainer, a scary. And Enra, a south front trainer, and no pace. And a real Paris Saint-Germain phone. Why almost can go? No? I didn't know Marquinhos say, you know. Marquinhos were lost, and look, if you make a mistake, Luis Diaz, they will punish you. And by the time Paris Saint-Germain set here and Rich
2-0.
Now Omo Kokra 2, and then Luis Diaz and Kwa Ashe. Na, as you call soon a boy here, Rich. Senka Bayern after South first half and winning game, they will come back and blame Abanti Feli Luis Diaz for the tackle.
Tackle them first will be so because maybe Hakimi have football on crochet.
And you see,
I don't know.
I didn't want to bring the images, you know, of the way Hakimi Nana, you know, because who are you mess Rich, and now no pal keep a report say injury no occur of France, but you're worried pa the Moroccan press. I can't 1 month and some
AFCON
1.5 months near best starting AFCON, and we are talking about the Insha Power Sports. I can say he is the best African footballer now in yes, and he best starting AFCON. Not potentially African footballer of the year. And he chrome hosting AFCON. No money so as the captain of the team. Rich, I'm sure now the AFCON will miss the biggest star. And that is where Yenso Ayewa African, we are taking this tackle from Luis Diaz. No? And from that, anyway you look at it, Rich, it was a very, very good win. Arsenal did the job. Cool. Easy. Another clean sheet for them, Rich. See, you watch Arsenal games, you just add win and clean sheet, win and clean sheet. Now, Rich, at this level, you do a Champions League, you know. There are only 2 teams and only 2 managers. And on about 4 games on machine in Vincent Kompany and Mikel Arteta, all past students of Orefa and Pep Guardiola. na minimum say why you so I was asking Gabi our office for Rich, do you know the next game in the Champions League for Omumienu? Omumienu nebebo.
Arsenal and Bayern.
Yes.
What a match.
And see, Rich, there was one box office game. I said the next time, you better see starting match day 5 in the Champions League. This is a top liner.
The Arsenal defense and Bayern attack.
Two of the most informed teams in Europe. Rich, Champions League will present them to us. Abra Omu Ebebishia. I ran up to any games in Nayan Tennessee. Rich, there is only one thing that stands between Chelsea and any winner: complacency. And the lineup are Orefreno and Enzo Maresca being you see. Qarabag for no Omahadrin. They are able to pounce and punish you because they want to attack you. Almost share goals. And it's why 3 games in the Champions League in Rich almost share. Even at the same moment, they scored against Athletic Bilbao. And see, Omubo fear they want to. But Rich, a club in the starter of Chelsea, anyhow big at Chelsea, Rich, no Ukrainian, unless Chelsea will want to lose, and will lose to Qarabag. So Qarabag for the shampoo, Rich, Chelsea have what it takes to outscore team your friend Qarabag. And to him, just put Moaz Caicedo in the middle. Nakache say prevent this team from scoring us, which he has done very, very well this season. Rich, and leave the rest for the front line. And I think said they will also do their job. The other thing said there will be changes. Rich, even if Enzo Maresca decide to bring this lineup, Jurgensen, Gusto, Hacho, Thorsen, Echampo, Lavia, Santos, Bonote, Gatins, Estivao, Dilap. Rich, this team should be good enough to still beat Tima, your friend Qarabag. And Tiana, me say, unless the attitude of Chelsea for and the Qarabag for and omu intimation. Many fifi aging on paper. I was a Villarreal team because powerful for no. Omu jomu na super. But because they are not traditional away winners of the Champions League games in Intino, you go for their double chance, and I think say it's very, very safe. Look, I am no Club Brugge for Mohadri. They are very, very stubborn side, and they are one of the teams that Rich. They play exciting football, and no never you do against Barca. You open up too much against Barcelona, and Rich, you are telling them to come and beat you, even Ewowanka Southie. And I think that Mitier has a flick. Now, or say the rhythm of the team, no, a pajama, and he wants that. You win in Barca last game, my boy, you know, they played very, very well against Elche. Rich, I think that Barcelona should be able to get a job done. Not easy, because Club Brugge for Omo hard pa. Okay. But I think that because Omo BM too much now, and who could afford Barcelona for an opportunity to outscore them. Now Omo etimi afasa win no. One big game. Etihad, Man City, and Dortmund. They be able to make us say who assess Dortmund games in the Champions League. You put some respect on their name. Because Rich, Omobo Champions League final and same Yenubia, Estati say yeah. At the Etihad, they will be facing a monster. They are part of the creation in Erling Haaland. And Mamu said Dortmund phone posted a video. Erling Haaland send their mom say, welcome home because I am a former club. Obo Editia Omo. Rich, Dortmund can be any club on any day. They can turn up in LB and worry you ankasa. It's be how City will deal with them. The only thing that tactically a common City in this game, and I presume say that is the reason why the English tabloids, Rich elbow both Savinho and Doku, because Dortmund elbow three back. And so they are playing too fast forwards our wings ho send a they can exploit such spaces where that way. You just have to be careful of Karim Adeyemi, Maximilian Bayer, and Gorasi, and we will see how this defense will deal with that. But I think say overall, City at the Etihad shouldn't lose to Team FN Dortmund, and the game should give us some goals. And at least a double chance City and over 1.5 in that game should be able to do Sergio Mano Ewoho. I ask about Gala. Rich, I ask me who we this season. The only advantage to them is Omubo Fie. But I think that Galatasaray team tight and they have game changers. Actually, team my friend Ayas. And a wild call. But Rich, some second to side game with I will go a double chance Gala away. Ayas, Jose Mourinho, Rich, to lead his team Benfica against Bayern 04 Leverkusen. Now, Leverkusen coach say it's important to understand in this match that both teams are here to win. There will be no holding back, and there will be a lot of energy. Both need to win. Or this already be a teams in me and Dana. Obi abe try so or boss obe winning. Rich, and I think say this statement say we will be able to bet there say Obi abe try so obe winning there. Then you say there's Mr. Bet in minimum how they choose it, but there's a bet that goes for win say about game him and not a draw.
Okay.
So probably you can go for that because Edia coach in English back question yonko. Obi and Wakakobo even when the game is draw. See, you remember the last 10 minutes when the coach is saying one team will try to win.
Okay.
Until you can go that not what me I enjoy Opis Ewoho Newcastle at home 2-2 hot for Team FN Athletic Bilbao. They are a good team. But it's winning the intensity war. I was saying James Park on a night like this. I hear now overwhelming team. You feel like let's come at this. So a double chance Newcastle should be good. A double chance Olympic Marseille against Atlanta and a gamer may wear him say over 1.5 so every team PM was our game way. And you can even dog the Olympic Marseille double chance and go for an over 1.5 in this game. Atlanta football on FA. Olympic Marseille, you know them. Almost born on FA with Aubameyang, Greenwood, any ego patch or me a big game name abon Kamakamanti. Rich, the easiest one is this one. Internet carrot for no. And then they'll be able to say easy. Now, I will give the quotes just like I did yesterday. The first two quotes, a long bet that involves the Europa League and the Conference League. Then the last two, only today's games. In Tisana, Mr. Wasa, Ofa, mi quotes na, Sana Osa Ofano. First two, which is the BW1F 01D 1C8 any BW 1F 00 A4CC two causeway a long better and the games now mobile in the Champions League and the games no mobile in the UEFA Youth League or China games no more in the Europa League and the Conference League, these are the long bets, But for any games in Mkwano, BW 1F0 29 A96 and a BW 1F032 B86 and also just for any games in Nkwa. That is the Champions League and the Champions Youth League games in Nkwa the last two
Okay.
Say Oko Ousu Bempa Ayala X and I say Oko Ayala Sports and I say Besmako Ousu Bempa dash Ayala Facebook who say course ni nyina ho kama na what me afebi na yakopesika edi egu ye bottom rich.
Okay. Na